Cheers, Canadian wine lovers. Join us live literally just a couple hours before we head off to Burgundy to scope out our trip for members next year. Stay tuned for some really fun wine tasting, Tightrope, and a bit of Benjamin Bridge too, right, Carl?
You're darn right. You are. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. It's Wednesday, it's 5 p.m. Pacific. That's mean you sit back, you relax, you pour one or many Canadian wines in your glass, and you have fun because we have so many great things to talk about. Oh man, I wish I have a 2 or 3 hours in front of me today because there's so much greatness to talk about. I mean, you see these white numbers on those bottles. I mean, there's so many high scores. There's so many great wines and so many great fun things coming up. So yeah, I am here in Summerland, BC, with my partner in crime, Mira Boucher, this way, Mira Boucher.
The other way.
How's it going? There you go. No, Mira Boucher. How's it going?
Great. Yeah. Very excited for what's happening a little later tonight, but also for what's in our glass because we have not finished tasting Benjamin Bridge either.
We have not. I mean, and okay, to be honest, we finished tasting Tightrope, but I don't have enough of Tightrope.
We're so spoiled with Tightrope. I mean, we tasted it again and again every night, and they just kept getting better. And that does not always happen. I'm telling you.
Oh man, I'll close the door right there. Okay, just one sec.
He has to close the door because we're both on the same floor. Daryl, Domaine Calis à la Grande Réserve Merlot.
Close the door, I'll give you a gold medal wine.
This is pretty sweet, guys. It might be backwards on your screen, but it is Barbera, and it is a very good one. There's only like 3 wineries that I know of that make Barbera. Ooh, Stratus White 2007 for Stacy and Jeff tonight. That sounds amazing.
Oh, 07 Stratus?
That's right. Canadian wines age very well these days, especially if you know which ones to hold on to, which is why we're here, aren't we, Carl? So we can chat about that kind of stuff. Fabulous. Well, it's great to see you guys.
I mean, we have some older vintage that we're tasting today. I'm going to talk about today because Tightrope has 2 bottles, 2 wines that are exclusive library release or older, maybe not as old as 2007 like Jeff and Stacy are tasting, but I mean 18 and 17, especially for a Syrah and the Riesling. I mean, this is fabulous wine. And we have some older Benjamin Bridge as well. Yes, our wines from Canada are aging very well, just like we've done last week with our Cabernet Franc marathon, right? We had some older wine to absolutely blew our socks off. So yes, they are aging well across the country. And what I want to do here, because I don't see all of the comments, but Mira, tell me who's on to right now and what are they drinking? If you're tuning in right now, tell me from where you're tuning in and tell me what's in your glass.
Well, it's Stacy and Jeff. We're talking about the 2007 Stratus White, and Daryl's got Domaine Calis 2020 Merlot La Grande Réserve. I gotta answer your question, Daryl. You were the first. I figured you were trying for like a streak like the first, like a couple in a row or something, a few in a row. But yes, you did succeed if that was your goal.
You sure did. And I told Mira, I mean, he's not going to miss the next one either because Benjamin Bridge is on deck. So, yeah, you're on. You're doing a great job. So,
Early Christmas there for Daryl.
absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about Tightrope before we go on and talk about Benjamin Bridge. And I taste some Benjamin Bridge. Let's talk about Tightrope. Small producer from the Naramata bench. Tightrope, it's basically right across the lake from us here where we live in Troll Creek, like literally across the lake. So,
and that's the view. If you have never been to the Naramata bench, I mean, Tightrope has a heck of a view. That's the view you're seeing there.
is it classified as world class?
Oh yeah, that's definitely world class. That is glorious, glorious, isn't it?
It sure is. It sure is. So,
Beautiful.
that is an incredible shot that you have there, Miriam. I love it. Absolutely love it. And you know, sometimes you partner with the winery and you know that they make good wine because that's why you either approach them, they approach you, you know it's a great fit. But there's some other wineries and you're like, you know what? I feel like I did not dig deep enough in their portfolio to completely appreciate their the whole spectrum of what they do, their whole potential. And Tightrope, I have to say, like when we look at like the Silva or Black Market or I don't know, there's wineries out there that we know their portfolio in and out. We know I can't even taste their new releases sometimes. Like I knew exactly what's coming, right? With Tightrope, I knew they're good. I knew their location. I knew who overdo the grape growing, who's the viticulturist owner. I know his skills. I know Graham O'Rourke. I know how good he is. I know his background. I know his wife, Lindsay, is an outstanding winemaker. So I know that they're good. I know they win gold medal. And researchist, best researchist 101, top in the world here across Mira Boucher. Can you tell me when, I think it was 2024, Wine-A-Line Winery, I think they were in the top 5 Winery of the Year, Wine-A-Line. If you don't mind to tell me, Mira, but I know there's a lot of award, lots of hardware, lots of medals. You know the producer is good. And you talk with them and it's like, okay, which wine would you like to feature? And now like you look at what they do, like, oh, I would like to taste this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And like you end up by tasting 15, 16, 17 wines. That's what happened with this week. We tasted so many great wine that we ended up by featuring 9 or 10 wines because the wines that we choose are
Carl kept adding to it.
I know.
We can't not feature this one. Yeah.
But, and exactly the thing is like, okay, well, I can't add more. But you taste another one, it's like I can't not feature that. Like that one. That has to be in the feature. It's just too good. So, I mean, like the high score was just keep potting up and potting up and potting up. And they called me for, hey, oh, by the way, we just found 4 cases of our 2018 Syrah. Should we? Duh.
So that's exciting. And Leslie's actually having Syrah tonight, my Syrah friend.
Syrah sister?
But you asked me to research this, and you know what? On their website, they're very good. They actually have a list of all their awards going back to 2013, and they have gotten winery top 10 a couple times, I think. So if you look at so the way Wine-A-Line works, I know a lot of you guys know this, but Wine-A-Line scores wines across Canada, and if a winery wins like the most number of certain medals, that's how they get. I think they get points for each medal. And then
Yeah.
if they're winery of the year or in the top 10, that means they got sort of the most award-winning wines. So for 2019, let's see here, they won a lot of awards. In the 2015 National Awards of Canada, I guess it's changed its name. It might be Wine Line. They were a top 10 winery in BC and 15th across Canada. And then if we keep going, they just keep winning stuff. So 2019 top 10 small winery in Canada, top 25 winery in Canada. Kind of fun when they did the Judgment of BC. If you guys know, that's like they tried to recreate the Judgment of Paris, where they were blind tasting wine judges with, French wines and California wines, kind of put California wines on the map. Well, they did one in BC with BC wines and international wines, and apparently their 2016 Syrah was number 1 in its category, and we have the 2018, I want to say, in our feature.
Yes, 2018. You got it.
Yeah, so we know
Sorry,
that
my mouth
Syrah's
was
got a
full.
track record.
Yeah, 2018. 2018 is the one we have. We have 2018 and pre-release of 2022 right now. In this very feature.
Nice. 2019, they also got number 14 winery of the year at Intervine International Wine Awards. And then 2020, COVID hit, and I don't think they updated their awards on their site anymore. But they did get more of these winery of the year top 10 type of things. So they're definitely
Yeah, I
that
think it was
kind of material.
2024. You got a top 10, if I don't mistake. Anyway, long story short, I didn't really appreciate the whole depth of their portfolio until last week when I started to taste all of the case and a half of samples that I had, and always keep bringing another one saying, man, I need to feature that. I need to feature that. So that's what led me to be so excited to launch that feature today, because there's wines that, let's see, the Barbera, right? 3 or 4 wineries in the country produce Barbera. How many produce it at a high quality? Not a whole lot. And this one, gold medal, incredible power, incredible definition, great depth, the color, everything. And you're like, when you taste that, you're like, oh my God. There's so few of that. But they do the classics so well. Merlot, amazingly well. We all know, not all know, but I've been saying for years that one of the best not known secret of the BC wine is the quality of Merlot on the Naramata bench. They produce an exceptional Merlot. They produce exceptional Rieslings. They produce exceptional Syrah. And when we get to the blends, that's where I started to realize when I did the Red Blend Marathon in December last year, and when Equipoise ranked it in my top 5. I'm like, okay, I had the $150 Ferox Black Lion collection, the Oculus, the Nobrezza from the Silva, all of these big guns at $150, and I had Equipoise in there in my top 5, and I'm like, holy shit, this winery deserves more attention. And that's what we're doing this week, and I'm so freaking thrilled, because let's talk about it. Riesling, we have the 2023, which is right here. And we have, so she said, okay, we'll give you our new release 2023, but also I have 3 cases of the 2017. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. The 2017, Mira, you remember this at 2:00 this afternoon when I brought you a sip of wine? You're like, holy shit, what is that? Is it some Suan?
Suan. I thought you opened a back vintage of Suan.
I know. I'm like, no, this is 17. And that one has been open for over a week. So
it got better. It just got better.
I know, right? 93 points. That 2017, for $38. I'm like, really? That good? So yeah, so Riesling ×2, the 23, the new release, which is very different than the 2017. 17 is more lush, is more like grilled tropical fruit with a little bit of petrol, that flinty finish would never ends. The 23 is zingy, linear, bone dry, super tense, almost austere. It's like biting in the lime, but with just a tiny bit of, let's say, nectarine in the middle, and that superb stony minerality. And that finish that I taste on the 17 comes back on the 23 times two. I'm like, wow, these are brothers. So outstanding. So Riesling, I absolutely love it. We also have the gold medal Chardonnay. And that's one that it's the first bottle that we completely finished. We absolutely drink it all. Every single drop of that bottle of Chardonnay, every single drop was wiped out like by day 3 of our tasting. I think we were at 93 points, gold medal. Both of us absolutely loved it. Hey, Mira?
Absolutely. It was awesome. So
I keep geeking out here on the Riesling.
So what did you put in my glass?
Have you seen there's one with bubbles and it's like a little pinky?
Yeah.
This
is fascinating.
Huh?
This is fascinating.
It's Nova 7.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is the most like rose aromas I've gotten on a wine in a very long time. It's very pleasant.
I don't know what's in there. Your top researchers in the world will have you to research a bit.
It's really unique, and I almost want to say there's like a touch of ice wine or something. Like it's a bit sweet, but it's very mouthwatering.
6.5% alcohol in that.
Only that's their low alcohol.
Yeah, low alcohol wine. That's a famous Nova 7. They sell I think they sell Nova 7 in every province in the country.
Wow.
Yeah, every single province in the country. In very small quantity, but I think yeah. So anyway, that's what I put in in the other bubbles. It's the 2017 Brut Method Classic. The one that we opened.
That's why I get. Okay, yeah. Tell me.
The one that we opened 3 nights ago.
Oh wow.
The Blanc.
The bubbles are still really present.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Crazy.
That's wild. So this one that you poured me, and then we'll go back to where we were. We got distracted.
Yeah, that happened. We taste so many great wines.
Yeah, but this one that you poured me, the Nova 7, okay, it makes sense now. I was smelling roses, and I said it's like super aromatic and a little sweet. It's got Muscat, Ortega, Riesling, Geisenheim, Lacadie, and Vidal.
There you go. Yeah, no, that's
reminded me of ice wine because Vidal and all these are often made into ice wine, right? Riesling.
Yep. No, you got it. You absolutely got it. So back to Tightrope, our Rockstar Winery of the Week this week.
Yes. Look at all these fire. I put the fire sign when it's 92 plus and above because that means it's a hell of a Rockstar wine. And look how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is I lost count? 7, 8.
8. I think there's 8 fire emoji in there. I think there's 493 points, a 95 points, a 94 plus. Like, I mean, it just keeps freaking like adding up. It's incredible. Wow.
Okay, so Lisa and Andrew here from you guys might recall them from the Pan Canadian. Lisa and Andrew are opening their 2022 Equipoise as we speak. It sounds like.
Okay, I need to know what you guys think of that wine because back in December it was one of my top 5 of my red blend marathon, and that's the Mira had the 2018 Syrah. open alongside the Equip Boys and alongside the Barbera 21. That was the first 3 wines that I opened for Mira last week.
Very spoiled, very spoiled. Look at that
So,
18.
and while I was doing that for her, I went to crack the Chardonnay.
Oh, and that was also really good. And again, these wines do well with decanting. They do well on the second day if you can make it last that long. So that tells me they got more life in them in the cellar.
That Barbera, okay,
Mhm.
was open last Wednesday afternoon.
Holy moly.
Last Wednesday afternoon.
Mm,
Put
that's
put
good.
some in your glass. Get your nose in there.
Many glasses. Oh, I don't want to spill one out. Oh,
Right
geez.
now, you drink it. I'm gonna drive to the airport anyway. So as
Mhm.
long as you're able to flash your passport, I got you covered, okay?
No, 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 no.
We'll,
Wow.
we'll give you a cold shower before we go. Cheers.
Oh,
Cheers.
it still has a nose. It's not as vibrant of a nose, but it's been open 8 days, you said?
Yeah, 8 days now. I agree. The nose is not as exuberant. When we opened it
Oh, but the
first,
palate
I know,
is really
right?
strong.
I know.
Lisa and Andrew, you have inspired Danny to open a bottle too. So there you go. Lovely.
Mm, 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 mm.
Okay, so since we're on the Barbera, the first time we had their Barbera, it was actually after we even featured them last time. I don't remember exactly for what reason we ended up stopping by. We were picking like a rosé up or something, and he said, "I have rosé of Barbera," and we're like, "What?" And that's when we tasted the Barbera. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and also I remember that they were doing the exclusive release like a week later, and he gave me the bottle and said, "If you want to let me know what you think before we do our release."
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly. So this,
we studied in New Zealand. That's where we went to school.
I don't know if we can hear it. I don't know what they're saying, but this was back then. That was literally a couple years ago when we first tasted that Barbera, I think.
yeah, exactly. He was just telling us about like telling me about that when you went to school in New Zealand and like the viticulture side of it. Because Graham is like literally like he's the farm guy, he's the vineyard guy. He spends his life in the vineyard. He learned at Mission Hill. He used to manage the whole Mission Hill vineyard holding. So I mean that's how.
A
I
lot
mean,
of vineyards, you guys. That's like a third of BC's vineyards. That's a
yeah,
lot of
yeah, he
vineyards.
was the
And
top guy.
they're all either organic or becoming organic. So he has a lot of experience with sustainability and doing organic viticulture. So
Absolutely. So
yeah,
let's get
very
back.
cool.
Okay, Tightrope
Okay.
Discovery Pack. There's one bottle of the 2024 vintage, which is the Slackline, which is the Washington State Sauvignon Blanc from Yakima Valley. That's the 90 points. That's the
I
lowest.
really enjoyed. I have to
Yeah,
say, I'm a big fan of Sauvignon Blanc, and I loved it. It's more of a warm climate Sauvignon Blanc because
yeah,
it's
you got it.
warmer down there. And I really enjoyed it. Very well made and much more like succulent and guava and
Yeah,
tropical.
honeysuckle. There's nectarine in there. There's a tiny salinity who comes out of it as well. But yeah, no, it's a good BC replacement wine. I wanted to put it in the pack just because first and foremost it's very well priced, $26, and it's showcased because they usually make a very good Sauvignon Blanc. So I wanted to keep one. So we have 6 different varietals in the Discovery Pack, a Chardonnay, and all very pure wine, very, very pure, varietal specific. So we have on the white side, the Riesling at 91 plus, the 93 point Chardonnay, and the 90 point Slackline Sauvignon Blanc from Yakima Valley. Now you get in the red, and that's when we really, really, really start to get serious because there's 6 of the red or 93 or 6 or 5 or 93.
Have 2 right there, right?
2 right there in the Discovery Pack, which is the 92
more there.
plus.
6, you're right.
Yeah, I think so. So now
Yeah,
you
you
need to
have
help me
93
here.
Syrah, 93 Merlot. You have a 21 Barbero, that's 93 points. The 18 Syrah, 94 points. 22 Equipoise Red Blend, 94 plus, and the 22 Vertigo, 92 plus. These are heck of a wines. And this is just a testament of Carl building these relationships because I don't know, maybe they would have even like let us have access to these a couple years ago when we featured them the first time, but we didn't even know to ask. Like didn't know, like we tasted through some of the stuff. We were like, these are our favorite ones. We didn't think to ask, do you also make a Barbera? Do you also do like a 94 plus point red blend? Like we just didn't, think to ask.
Well, I mean, things develop over the years, and I really started to click when I tasted one of their Syrah. I think it was 2019. Oh no, 2020 Syrah, and that was their 2020 Tightrope Merlot and their Pinot Noir at the beginning. And I was like, okay, these guys are really serious. These guys are really freaking good. And so what we have here, the 2022 Syrah, it's not out yet. Okay? That's not out yet. This is on pre-release. They're still selling 21 at the tasting room. They're still selling 21 all over the place. When I tasted that, what did I told you, Mira? This wine has gold medal written all over. All over. This is gold medal all the way, all day long. It is so good. And when you taste it alongside the 2018, I mean, like you feel the energy of that one, and the 2018 has a nice maturity, is peaking right now. You feel like you feel the vintage typicity, you feel the purity, and you feel like the oak on the 2018 is so well integrated, and you get the second and the third layers and the texture of a premium $70 wines, and this is not $70. I mean, this is such a treat. There is not a lot of Syrah available out there. There's going to be less and less Syrahs available out there. These are very small batches, especially the 18 library release. I mean, I think we have 5 cases of that for the club, or that they did the whole club. So, and I think like with some of the order we got already today, this number is already starting to decline. So now 94 points for the 2018. And what did I give to the 2022? 93. So rockstar duo of Syrah. These two here. And that Merlot. I mean, I knew in 2020 when I tasted the Merlot for the first time, it was just to confirm like all of my conversation with Richard De Silva about Merlot Naramata Bench, and my conversation with what's her name at Moraine,
Toshi?
not Toshi, but the wife Amber. I remember having a conversation with Amber at so they're located on Naramata about Merlot. My conversation with Gavin Miller at Upper Bench as well about Naramata Bench Merlot. Very early on with Hillside with Cathy Malone. Cathy makes some single vineyard Merlots from 3 or 4 different places on the Naramata Bench. And I'm like, this, now we're getting into the 2022 release, which is such a balanced vintage. And that Merlot was like, bam. Daryl, I thought of you because I know how much you like your clean and pure Merlot. This is a Daryl's wine. This is literally a Daryl's wine. So
that's why he was so happy to be the first to order. And I told you, Daryl, I thought if there's 2 Daryl wines in here, it's the Chardonnay because it has a bunch of new oak, I think, right?
Yeah.
in
50%,
not much.
50% new oak, 50% new
Yeah.
oak, 12 months.
And the Merlot, I was like, it's a 93-point Naramata Bench Merlot. Like, how much better than that can you get? It's pretty freaking awesome. Yes, the anti-Cap Franc. See, there you go. So he was right in there. I knew it. I knew it. That's awesome.
I love it. And now, before we move on to Benjamin Bridge and 96 and 97 pointer, we need to talk about the Barbera, the Equipoise, and the Vertigo, which is this sequence of Vertigo, Equipoise, and Barbera. It's mind-boggling, right? Equipoise is a 50% Syrah, 35% Franc, and 15% Merlot, which that blend is just perfectly put together. I know that's why I gave it a 94 plus. This wine is my new Fred. What's the name? Fred wine, the Bolero, the Bolero Reserve. That's my BC Bolero Reserve version of the 2020 Reserve Bolero from Fred. That's the wine that I didn't expect anything. And with the first sniff and the first taste, I was sold and I was, holy shit, this is going places. And I'm still talking like last week when we did our BC touring with all of these members, the Bolero Reserve came up to conversation again, right? Some of our members were telling us like every time that they talk about it or they bring a bottle somewhere, everyone is floored. So that Equipoise 22 is my 2020 Bolero Reserve from Fred Wine.
But you're missing an important part, which is that we sometimes get in on these special wines before they really go to market. And it didn't happen this time, but it's a similar storyline. So with the Bolero, we had it at a member price of like 35 or 40 bucks.
40 bucks,
when it was actually released, it was 65, I think, or 60. Yeah. So the people that got a case of that on Carl's recommendation are still talking about how phenomenal of a deal that was to discover that and to get it at like sort of a futures price.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And then everyone else caught on. And then if you want to get more, I think there's maybe a little bit left, but it's at the actual price. So this is similar in the sense that I think they could easily be charging 20 or 30 bucks more a bottle and no one would really complain.
Oh, Equipoise was right in the top 10, in the top 5. Every other bottles were all around the $100 mark before tax.
Well,
I mean,
don't tell them, but this is one of those. So before they catch on,
I know.
Stock up on some Equipoise. Yeah.
I know. And this the Equipoise is like what, 100 cases maybe?
Let me share the link.
133.
The tasting notes are here.
133. I think it's the Barbera who has 50 cases made, the one that you have. Is it possible?
Yeah. It's possible.
It's right on the bottle, on your bottle, on your desk.
I'm scrolling down. Tightrope Barbera. I see 90 cases for the Barbera.
90 cases.
I see. I don't see a case count for the Equipoise. Maybe it's, I don't know.
The Equipoise, I have it here. It's 133.
Whoa, that's small. And my lucky number, 13. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what it was that you just said that reminded me of this, but somehow I got reminded of the bear this morning. What were you just saying? I don't know. Somehow my mind thought of this, and so I thought I'd share with you guys. Look at what happened this morning. So we have been fighting a neighborhood bear for about 3 years now. And finally we were like, oh, we're gonna end the garbage parties for the bear. Okay, because he comes and he feasts on our garbage no matter what. Like we've tried all these, expensive options, locks, straps. He digs right through the plastics if you try to.
He snapped the bin. He snapped the garbage bin a couple months ago.
So look at this. finally, this was the latest entrapment. Okay. And look what he did to the freaking wood. He bit through the wood.
Yeah,
it's there. And he snapped the seatbelt grade like safety strap that was on there. Just snapped it in two. Look at that. He bit through the wood. Crazy. He went in there and just, yeah.
That's the story of my life in the morning, cleaning up the bear shit. And it's not that when he doesn't freaking sleep right in front of our front door, right on the porch.
He's guarding the wine. I think that's the thing. And you know what? These guys at Tightrope, they're directly across the lake from us. I bet they have bears too that go through their yeah, Daryl, I think that it's an intellectual pursuit for this bear because the other day we had that new lid and he figured out how to get in. That's where we put that extra strap on. We're like, oh, if he figures out the lock, then the strap will stop him. There was a bag of garbage in a normal bin, just like 15 feet down. He didn't touch that bag. He wanted the one that was a challenge. So I think this bear is after the intellectual pursuit here. He's like, how do I crack this code that these humans have, the bear hates Ravens fans. Oh no. Yeah.
Let's talk about something else than the Ravens.
But seriously, I think the bear, and I mean, he's not that bright because he was chewing through the wood at a part where it wasn't even near the lock. I don't know what he was thinking, but I think he likes that he has to like work for his food, like he feels accomplished after. Builds his confidence.
Yeah, exactly. It's a confidence builder. He feels like a man. He feels like the big man. He's not the cob anymore. Like,
yeah. He knows how to bite through like lumber.
I just poured the 22 Syrah here, and the 22 Syrah now open for 5 days. Absolutely shine like crazy.
Oh my gosh. Let's not miss our flight tonight, okay? Because that I have to taste that too now.
So anyway, I have a feeling that Tightrope is maneuvering his way to the BC Winery of the Year. Definitely has managed his way to be in nomination for BC Winery of the Year. I'm telling you, these wines are exceptional. And yeah, the scores just show it, but pure Syrah, pure Barbera, two incredible blend, and Riesling, Chardonnays, Merlot. Oh yeah, there's also a Pinot Noir the single vineyard Pinot Noir that I didn't even talk about. So, which is 91 plus points. Silver medal. Oh, also Gismondi gave 93 points to the 22 Syrah unreleased yet. Like, I mean, when Gismondi give 93 points, that's usually like one of his highest.
92, I think. 92 or 93?
93. We gave it the same score.
Oh my God, I've never heard of that before from him.
I know. It's usually he rates usually Martin's Lane 93 points. And other than that, that's it, right? So anyway, hey Daryl, by the way, I put some feeder out in the French wine countryside for some Romani Conti. So
he keeps teasing about that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna freaking find a bottle. Now I got told that
they're easy to find. I think what you have to find is the $25,000 to buy a bottle.
I don't need to find a $25,000 bottle. You need to find the right vintage.
That's right.
Right.
Ooh, they had Jeanette and Danny had a tasting at Tightrope August long weekend. They poured us 12 wines. The entire lineup was wonderful. We were very impressed at how many great wines they have. 12 wines too. That's pretty awesome. Like most wineries will pour you 3 or 5. They seem to go all out. That's pretty awesome. Glad to hear that.
That's what happened when you mentioned that you're Carl's Wine Club members, and
Well, maybe, I don't know.
yeah, but I
But,
mean that's why I love when I get to a winery and they have so many SKUs. They have so many different wines. I can pick and choose. And oh my God, when they have a library and they want to add library wines like this week, this is my freaking favorite. Like I freaking love it, like so much. So yeah. So that's for Tightrope. I mean, I can talk about all of the scores all day long and all of that, or which one is my favorite. So I was telling Mira, maybe I will give up one of our email that's coming your way during the week. But if I had to choose two wines, okay, two wines to order from that, it would be so freaking hard. Really fucking
we were
hard.
joking, weren't we? We were like, as hard as what would it be like? It would be like, yeah, trying to pry the wine out of your decanter, for all of these, or
Yeah,
what was it?
yeah. And I'm
We
still
were trying to come up
bouncing
with
back and
questions.
forth. I'm still bouncing back and forth which one I would do. But I think I would do the 18 Syrah and the Chardonnay. That would be my two. Or the Equipoise and the Chardonnay if I had to found two. To
And it's
choose
funny
two.
because I think you tasted that Chardonnay 2 years ago. Which vintage is that
No,
Chardonnay?
that's the 2022.
So I think you tasted it on release.
Possible. Oh
And it
yeah,
was
we
maybe in
figured
bottle
out. We
cap.
figured out that I gave it the same point with the same score than when I reopened it. I think
No, I don't know if that was that one. It was the 17 Riesling that you gave the exact same score to as
yeah, I
well.
think there was two or three wines in that lineup that I already scored a couple years ago, and I gave it the exact same score.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I think the Chardonnay, I think when you first tasted that, I don't know if you scored it, but it was not something you were completely raving about at the time. It was just released. It was maybe in bottle shock, and it is now coming into its prime. It is
Oh my god,
spectacular.
absolutely spectacular, especially on the second day.
Yeah.
On the
Yeah.
second day, it was so good, so good. Anyway, small family owned, like husband and wife, viticulturist winemaker, incredible spot on the Nirmata bench, an outstanding lineup of wine. So if you're looking to treat yourself to an amazing discovery, because I mean they're not the big known winery on the bench. This is not the winery that you immediately talk about to go to visit when you talk about the Nirmata bench big guys. Not at all. And but yeah, so if you want to treat yourself, if you want to discover something amazing, Barbera is a great varietal that you want to discover. I'll tell you one thing.
It's pretty
And
amazing.
this one is a full body Barbera. It's not that little Barbera that you find at the entry level on in the Piemonte, which made the village wine of the Piemonte. This is not that. This is the big, dark, inky,
Oh, it's beautiful.
powerful Barbera with like perfume of flowers, violet. There's blue fruit, red fruit, bright acid, crisp, crunchy tannin, spice on the back end. And this wine will age amazingly. So 2021, and it's still a little baby, gold medal, 93 points. Yeah, treat yourself with that. 100 cases made. So yeah, awesome. So that's for Tightrope.
Yes.
And it's already 5:52. I haven't tasted. I haven't even started the Benjamin Bridge just yet. But yeah.
Well, give us, okay, speed dating Benjamin Bridge. Give us a sneak preview. So we'll start with what's in my glass, which is the Nova 7, 6 point something percent, low alcohol, with a couple of what do you call those? Indigenous grapes and some Muscat and some Riesling and some
Ortega.
Vidal and
Oh, you're
Ortega.
right. You're right with the roses. Oh, it is so aromatic.
Yeah, Daryl is all about seizing the day. You're right. You're right. But if you happen to have even a tidge left from that Barbera, you will be surprised how long it lasts. Yeah. So this is Nova 7 from Benjamin Bridge now. Sneak preview from a few weeks from now.
Slightly sparkling.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting.
So slightly sparkling. A blend of 6 different Nova Scotia crisp, but a little sweetness, bright acid, which balanced the sweetness. It's like an angel cake with the cherry icing on the top.
You're right. There is that. And lychee.
Yeah, there's some lychee in there. Absolutely, 100%. There's a bit of lychee. There's a little bit of pomegranate. There's some citrus. There's a bit of grapefruit. But there's that cherry icing on top,
Yes.
which makes it really
Sweet.
interesting.
But it's got the succulent. Can I give you a big secret?
Tell me.
According to their website, guess how much the RS in this little 6.5% alcohol wine is?
8.5? No, maybe 12.
This is some of the highest RS we've ever featured in Carl's Wine Club. 65 grams per liter.
What?
Unless they missed a dot. Like maybe it's supposed to be 6.5. Because if it's 65,
I mean, there's
I'm
some
like,
sweetness, but that much? I mean, the acid is incredible because my mouth is watering so much when I do that.
It's very enjoyable. The first sip I had, though, I thought, is this a Tardiva? Is this almost an ice wine?
No, absolutely not. It's crisp, it's bright, it's sparkling.
It's very bright.
Nothing like Tardiva. It's not syrupy. It's linear. There's some energy in that wine.
So this is, bar none, their best seller at Benjamin Bridge across the country in Canada.
Yep. This is their business card in every province. That's how they've been known for years.
Very enjoyable.
I'm shocked. And there's a nice little like rosy tint in there. Super cute. Like this is super sexy. This is sensual.
Sensual. I love it.
Yeah. I love that.
And well priced. So it's somewhere around $25, I think.
Is that like, around the $21, I believe?
It's $23.65. I don't know if that's plus tax.
$22.65. Okay, wow, that's fantastic.
But you know what? This is a great wine, and it is also the kind of white I want to drink in winter.
Yeah.
This is the kind of white I would totally drink in winter with some sausage.
Yeah, around the fireplace, with some charcuterie.
Yes, absolutely. Stacy and Jeff, thank you for reminding me about the Advent calendar. We want to get that launched pretty soon here, you guys, because that is going to be fun. We had a lot of fun last year with it. You get like 12 wrapped up bottles. You don't know what they are. They're all labeled with numbers. And then we go live every night after Christmas, because that's really when the holidays begin, when you get to just relax. You've done all the parties and all the presents and all the things. And then you can slow down starting on Christmas Eve. But we did it last year leading up to Christmas, didn't we? I think we did. Yeah, we did it leading up to Christmas. I think a couple years ago, we did it starting on Christmas Day. I kind of like that. But either way, there's going to be an Advent calendar this year. Hey, Carl?
Yeah, we had it finishing on Christmas Day.
Yes, last year we had it finishing on Christmas Day. I know, because we also had to record one of the interviews on Christmas Day, because I think the winemaker's like, I don't know if I'm going to be available on Christmas.
Exactly, right?
Or Christmas
So
Day.
you can give 90 points to the Nova 7.
That's awesome.
Okay, let's go with the 2018 Benjamin Bridge Brut Rosé 2018.
Yeah, baby.
We have here 50% Chardonnay, 35% Pinot Noir, and 15% Pinot Meunier. We have 5 grams of residual sugar, and it was disgorged in 2022, in May 2022. So that's been 4 years on its lees, 48 months. Still very vibrant. There's not, even with 4 years on lees, there's not a big analytic like toasted or almond. No, it's still pretty clean fruit forward. There's that little like flinty gun flint that I really like some chalky texture, enjoyable. Bright cherry pit, red crushed raspberry, a line of maybe of key lime, a little bit of star fruits. Yeah, the nose is flinty, like there's that gun flint on the nose is pretty dominant. There's also a little bit of mushroom on the nose too. So this bottle of bubbly that I put a regular cork in after we tasted a third of it was open on Friday afternoon. Okay?
That's crazy.
So what was I doing? Opening a bottle of bubbly rosé on a Friday afternoon? I don't know. I know that we were planning some stuff in Burgundy. We had some charcuterie by the fireplace. I opened that bottle.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is a 92 plus point. I would love for my super partner researchist, sorry, to give me a price point. I would say it's probably $65. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, listen, it's a vintage. It's a 2018, 4 years on its lees. I would say a minimum of $65. And if it's
2018, none of the Brut Rosé.
Yeah.
The Brut Rosé is on their website, $52.20.
Wow. What a great price.
I'm pretty sure they're tax excluded, so it's probably plus tax. It's probably like a $58. Too much info about Friday afternoon. Haha.
I know. I didn't even mention that I was trying to seduce my coworker that afternoon. That wasn't even came to the conversation. I refrained all extra curriculum.
What?
I know.
I missed something while I was taking sips of what?
I know. That's perfect. Outstanding rosé, outstanding bubbly rosé. Now that's chilly because I have all of that Benjamin Bridge open and we're leaving for 3 weeks.
Anyone local that wants to pick up some Benjamin Bridge?
Yeah, exactly. If you're nearby, let me know.
And I'll put the message out. Leave it on the porch.
Have some Tightrope and some Benjamin Bridge if you guys want to pick up. So yeah, 2018 Brut Rosé, 50% Chardonnay. This is absolutely fantastic. Wow. 92 plus. The Pinot Noir, the Blanc de Noir that I opened, that's the Brut Reserve, I believe. No, that's the 2008. Okay, so this is the wine of the year. 96 plus point. Wine of the year so far. That's going into that feature in 2 weeks. Okay. So this, I had the 2017 Brut Method Classic. That's the 95 points. That's the one that we tasted.
Oh, good.
When did we taste that one? I don't know.
Wednesday.
Yes, you're right.
You said 95 points?
95. And see,
It is
look,
that level, Daryl. It is
look.
one of the year level.
No, the one that we tasted last week, Mira, was the Blanc de Noir.
Oh, that was even more?
Yeah, the one that I gave 95. No, the one that I rated 95 was the Blanc de Noir that we tasted last week.
Oh, okay.
This one, which is the 2017 Method Classic, can you please give me a price point?
Yes. No, because it's not on their website. They are fabulous. They've given us quite a few that are nowhere to be found.
So this is 100% Chardonnay. This is a Blanc de Blanc.
2017 Method Classique, right?
Yeah.
Benjamin Bridge.
This is 94 points. This is 94
Method
points.
Classique, Benjamin Bridge. Disgorged May 2022. A little bit of dosage, 6 grams per liter.
There's just that little tad of sweetness.
It's nice. It says primarily Chardonnay, but that's ChatGPT, so it could be wrong.
100%. There's that stony minerality on that one that I don't find in the rosé. The tip of my tongue tickle. Like there's so much going on. This bottle also been open for 4 or 5 days. The bubbles are still super energetic. The pulse. You're taking notes, right? Because that's the tasting notes right there. The pulse, the energy in that wine
will help with that.
Is absolutely stunning. Salinity, flintiness, stony, oyster shell on the finish. All of that with that Chardonnay component of white peach, green apple in the middle, that zingy line of acidity, but some roundness around the leaves. Again, not super toasty. I would say like if I put that on a scale of 100, I would say like 25, 30%, like on the toastiness level. So very acceptable. It's not something right in your face. So well balanced and young on the spectrum. So vibrant. It's elegant. Also, it's not a powerful like the Pinot Noir, the Blanc de Noir that we tasted last week, the 95 point. It's bold. It's more like a Krug style champagne, like bold, muscular. This is all elegance. This is a tall blonde walking with her nightgowns, like with her high heel, like super pretty and elegant. 94 points.
So that I have not found you a price point for that yet. Obviously, they'll have to tell us if we're featuring him. But that 2017 Method Classique Brut, right? Jamie Good tasted it in 2023, a year after it was disgorged. So 2023, he tasted it, and he gave it 93 points in 2023.
Okay. See, and I gave it 94 tonight. So.
And he scored it higher than the 2018 Brut Rosé. Method Classique. Was that the one that was the winery of the year? Which one was the
yeah, that's the one we just tasted, the 2018 Method Classique. What did he give?
He gave it 92 back in 2023.
Okay, I just gave it 92. I just say 92 plus for me. So we're pretty much on the same page.
Nice.
Yeah, the finish is so incredibly, how can I say that? Yeah, that stony finish is just incredible. That on its own, it's a big reason of the 94 point. So yeah, I really, really, really love that. There you go.
Very spoiled. Fabulous. Well, guess what? We're gonna have to go because we have to go catch flights. We have to stop by pharmacy and drop off people's wines and all kinds of things on the way to the
Yeah.
airport.
And just let's do a quick tasting note on the Wild Rocks, okay? The one that we tasted
Yes.
last week.
Well, I could be here all night. Keep it going.
Okay. So it's 11% alcohol, 2024 vintage.
And what's it called again?
It's the White Rock.
White Rock. Okay.
Wild,
this
no,
is one
sorry,
of their-
Wild Rock. Benjamin Bridge, Wild Rock White.
It's probably one of their sort of like more entry level wines because I've never seen that one before. Wild Rock Red is $22. Wild Rock White. Let's find it here.
This is, like I mentioned last week, it's crisp, it's crunchy, it's refreshing. There's a ton of gooseberry. I kind of feel like if I'm drinking a Sauvignon Blanc, blended with Chardonnay, maybe something like that. But this is probably some Ortega in there. There's probably some. There might be a bit of Chardonnay. There might be a bit of Riesling in there. But this is energetic. This is dry. There's a little bit of a wildflower into that. There might be some Bacchus in there as well. There's that little flowery component of Bacchus. Yeah, super exciting. This is a 90 plus.
And you know what? Maybe I'm just not seeing it, but I don't think it's on their website anymore. It's probably sold out. They probably saved us that wine. But since the White Rock Red is $22, I'm guessing this one is there or less. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
But
value wine.
open
That's
for
super
over a week and still rocking, still pulsing. That's
amazing.
there's that little salinity as well.
Yeah, which I love. Hey, I'm scrolling through their website looking for that wine, and guess what they have? They have a 2020 Blanc de Blanc Cremant style of Beaujolais. We're going to Burgundy, and what do they make in Burgundy? They make Cremant, right?
It's like Cremant Bourgogne.
Yeah. Nice try before, yeah. Cremant de Bourgogne. So the difference between Cremant and traditional method is what, Carl
Well,
Boucher?
Cremant is traditional method. It is.
Cremant
So
is traditional method. So
yeah,
why
it
would they
is
call it
traditional method. It's just that the Cremant Bourgogne is more focusing on single vintage production. All Cremant, they don't do multi-vintage, like the non-vintage stuff. In Champagne, most of the Champagne producer, especially the bigger one, will have their non-vintage base wine where they always add to their base wine before going to the second fermentation, which creates the bubbles, so that they blend vintage together to have a house style. So the Cremant Bourgogne, they do 95% of their productions are single vintage, just a reflection of the year. They still do the second fermentation in bottles. They still use Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. They just don't use Pinot Meunier in Burgundy. They only use Chardonnay and Pinot Noir. And most of the Chardonnay comes from the Mâconnais, and the Pinot Noir comes from the north. Right?
The Mâconnais is in the south of
Yeah,
Burgundy.
exactly. That's Chardonnay country. And most of the Chardonnay from there goes into Cremant. So yeah.
Well, there you go. There you go. Hey, I think we got to run. We got to run. So that's some fabulous wines from Lightning Rock this week. We have started to share a little bit more about what's coming up in Benjamin Bridge in a couple weeks.
Did you say Lightning Rock? I think now we're on Tightrope.
Oh my God, you're right. Tightrope. You're right.
That's okay.
There it is.
That's okay. You're forgiven.
Gave me
Yeah,
too many wines to sample. Now I've had like 3 sips of 6 glasses. I've had a glass of wine. That's enough.
that's okay. That's okay. We don't fly
I need
until
some
everyone.
water. I didn't have water. Normally, guys, it's 1 sip of water, 1 sip of wine, 1 sip of water, 1 sip of wine.
That okay.
And I don't mix up my winery names.
That's on theory. That's the theory. The practice, not so much.
There you go. Well, thanks for the safe travels. We will drive safe and get to the airport
Hey,
safe
stay
and get to our
tuned. So,
flight.
okay, I want to tell people in terms of wine content. First stop for Carl's Wine Club, it's the Finger Lake region on
Yes.
Thursday afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon. So tomorrow afternoon we're gonna be at Fox Run Winery. You're gonna expect a quick little live from me there. I tell you, that's what we taught at the Monterey Fruit to Grape Conference, how to build your wine business on live show and live production. Our co-speaker was the manager at Fox Run. That's why we're stopping there. So we at least need to preach what we're doing, and we're going to go live from Fox Run, tasting couple Rieslings. So we're going to taste some Niagara Riesling alongside Finger Lake, New York Riesling. That's the first wine stop. Second wine stop, it's the motherland of Chardonnay. Oh, I heard they make Pinot Noir too, so Burgundy. But we're gonna go in Burgundy. I have downstairs some Meyer Micro Cuvée. I have Da Silva Legado. I think I have a bottle of Sanchoc Chardonnay as well. So we're gonna taste. Did I say that I have Pinot? No, I don't have room for Pinot. Sorry, only Chardonnay. So we're gonna do some content in Burgundy.
You better bring at least some Pinot Noir for me.
Do I have to? Okay. I will. Okay. It's not confirmed yet, but probably the goal is to head to Austria. I have some Gruner Veltliner from BC, from Observatory Wine, right here in Summerland, which make the 2022 Gruner outstanding. He worked in Austria in the Washoe Valley, and we would love to stop by and crack open his BC Gruner Veltliner alongside Austrian Gruner. So that's another wine stop that we're going to do for Carl's Wine Club. So it's all very exciting content. You guys stay tuned. We're going to keep you posted where we are, what we do, which incredible wine we're tasting. But thank you. Right now, it's Tightrope Winery. One of my top 10 wine of the year. It's in that lineup. We have back vintage Syrah, back vintage Riesling, some gold medal Barbera, gold medal Chardonnay. Incredible score. I feel like if I'm featuring Thomas Batchelder, for God's sake. So this is this week all the way until next week. Tightrope Winery. And coming after, it will be the world-class rock star Benjamin Bridge from Nova Scotia. First time in Carl's Wine Club. So yeah, there we are.
Woohoo! Well, I hope you guys have a great night. We'll keep you posted on our travels, on our exciting things that we're doing over in Europe with Canadian wines and Finger Lakes tomorrow. Stay tuned.
Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members. See you next time.